Hi everyone, welcome to another topic on my YouTube channel. Before we begin, this is Shyamulima Datta, a practicing senior consultant psychologist, and I bring you videos every week on my channel. So we discuss about personal experiences, topics, and anything and everything related to psychology. So don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button along with the bell icon to never miss an update. So today we're going to talk about loneliness, specifically in young adults. How many of us feel so confused and negative in life, even when you are surrounded by people? Sometimes this may feeling completely disconnected from others. Disconnected from others means that everybody is there around you, everybody is enjoying, but you are feeling a sense of loneliness or void within. So you're not alone here. It is reported that 1 out of 3 young adults feel lonely. Loneliness is also compared with things where smoking 15 cigarettes a day equates it. So you know how harmful loneliness can be. However, it is impacting us in a lot of myriad ways which we are not even aware of. What constitutes loneliness in young adults? One thing is transitioning from school to college. You must have seen that time where you are moving to college. There is an upbeat feeling that, yeah, I will be going to a new college, meeting new people, but there is also a void of leaving your hometown or your parents behind if you're going to a new city to study. I think you relate to it. I relate to it as well because I have moved out of my hometown back in Dehradun, and I was in Delhi for almost 10 years for my studies. I can completely relate to it, and I can feel that I also felt so lonely, and some at one point of time that feeling of leaving my siblings, my parents, my old friends behind made me feel lonely. Next is the feeling of isolation. When you move to a new place, you are not able to trust people, and a lot of young adults face this. I think we all know that. You have seen people around. Next is to be professionally successful, financially successful, to show the world that we are doing something. That pressure to perform well, to be at par with others, also leads to loneliness. Last but not the least, when we are comparing ourselves to unnecessary social media hassles where everything is glamorized, right? A good job, you go to LinkedIn, you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, where you see everybody flaunting their successes, right? Smiling face, successful career, successful marriage, and whatnot. Traveling to 5 foreign countries or 4 foreign countries in a year, and you feel that, oh my god, that person has it all and I don't have anything. So that also might lead to a feeling of loneliness. So loneliness is described by American Psychological Association and the World Health Organization, as well as a thing that needs really a big you need to intervene a lot to actually come out of it, right? And the next thing that comes here is anxiety and depression. If somebody is already depressed or is basically prone to depression and anxiety, they can feel a lot of negativity and anxiety in themselves that can increase this feeling of loneliness. Now, in the next segment, we're going to discuss on how do we deal. Okay, so now we're going to discuss how we can deal with this crippling emotion of loneliness, this monster that basically creeps into our lives even when we don't want it. So when I see clients, a lot of people I've seen are afraid to reach out to new people or build up a sense of community. Yes, in today's world, we are not able to trust people because of the various kinds of personalities that they have, right? But that doesn't mean that we will not go forward and meet like-minded people. So if you're going to office, sometimes we are not able to go and talk to people in office because of professional rivalries, because of jealousies that creep in. So if you are keeping professional relationships professional, you can go to different clubs or communities that meet offline. I like book clubs because I like reading, so I can just visit any book club where a lot of books are being discussed. You can give your opinion. That will build a sense of community, and maybe you might meet some like-minded person there. Some person might like music. For example, I like music as well, so I can join any piano lessons or guitar lessons where I can meet like-minded people. Same way, I have seen and I've been to some walks like nature walks, city walks, where you meet informally and you mingle and gel with people without that facade on, right? You are not in that professional mode per se. That is something which you can do. The next thing that I would like to focus on is basically spending time in hobbies. So hobbies these days have become professional, right? Okay, I'm doing this, I'm going for swimming, I'm going for dancing. Even if you're not going for professional classes, you can just do some dancing alone at your home, or you can just meet people in your society or your locality, join a group and just play together, like playing badminton. Or if you want to go for group walks, you can go for group walks. Even if it is not groups, you can go for walks even on your own. You can go alone. Who is stopping you? You can dance to the beats of Bollywood, Hollywood music, or anything and everything, whatever comes to your mind. These days there are lots of needlework things that are happening. People are making crochets. People are making candles and even selling it as a side hustle. That is something which you don't have to do if you don't want to. So all of it will not just, you might think that it will just make your loneliness just go away. Not like that. It will change your mindset. It will change your mind. It will divert your mind to something productive. Also, it will help you from refrain from unnecessary scrolling. So how many of you scroll a lot on your phone? I am guilty of it all the time, and I almost try not to do that. I have done it in the past, and it generally, what does it make you feel? It makes you feel inadequate, lethargic, anxious about the future. Negative thoughts come, and you are always comparing your life to some friend of yours or someone else. So I'm not saying that don't use social media. I love social media to post my videos or to post pictures on and off, or share it with some of my friends, because we are not able to connect with everyone all the time. So you get an update about others and you're able to update about your life as well. But make sure that that is not your life. You are also interacting outside, or even if it's not interaction, you are building some hobbies up, building in some hobbies for that matter. Next is journaling, which I always talk about in my videos. You might check about my journaling videos. I'll put it in the description box, where I have discussed about the benefits of journaling, where you can write down your thoughts, how you process your emotions, how you do it, what are you writing. It's your thought diary. You're just dumping your negative thoughts on paper, and paper is a very patient being. It doesn't judge you, right? And last but not the least, if you feel that these things are not working and your loneliness thing has become too deep, right? I had a client coming to me where they used to talk to me about their loneliness and how they've been searching friends online, offline, but they're not meeting people. Highly sensitive people have a very fair chance of feeling lonely. I have discussed about highly sensitive people as well in my previous videos. I will link it in the description box below. So professional help, seeking professional help, going to a therapist. It could be me or it could be any other therapist who would help you navigate your emotions and help you in dealing with the loneliness feelings that you're getting, feelings of loneliness that you're getting. Also, you have to believe that you can get over this, because in life, if you don't believe in yourself that your life will change for the better, it is never going to change, right? So on this note, I would want to end this video. Give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who is feeling lonely, wants to hear some good thoughts of encouragement, and I post every week, so stay tuned, and please comment in the comment section below about what you feel about loneliness or about this video. Thank you, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye bye.